College, a time to let loose, party hard, and meet as many people as possible. This is the idea students have when going into college. They look forward to finally moving out of their parents' house, and most of all, no rules. This no rules portion includes experimenting and finding out who they are, but most of all, partying. And with this comes many responsibilities and sometimes major problems, like drinking and driving, for instance. 1,439 people died due to drunk driving accidents in 2018. Now, obviously, not all of these are caused by college students. In fact, most of them aren't. However, we can't ignore the fact that students who go to college and have never been allowed to drink before run into some issues when they start to drink without knowing the consequences. In Nueces County, 36.3% of vehicle crashes that resulted in fatalities were due to drunk driving. And a lot of those who died were quite innocent. Children, teenagers, adults, you name it. All they did was get in a car and the drunk driver who hit them did the rest. Drunk driving isn't the only problem people can run into in drinking. There are many health aspects to inform yourself on as well.
Although moderate drinking may not be all that bad, drinking to excess causes detrimental effects to the body. One of the most well-known effects of alcohol abuse is the eventual scarring of the liver, called cirrhosis. This scarring causes the liver to cease function and eventually die, which causes the poisoning of other organs and eventual full-body death. Another way alcohol affects the body is that it inhibits the connection between the brain and the rest of the body. This causes slurred speech, impaired cognitive thinking, numbness of the body, and impaired vision, which all combined together can lead to dangerous consequences. All these factors can play a role in making poor decisions while under the influence. Lastly, alcohol can also affect the circulatory system. These complications include, but aren't limited to, high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, difficulty pumping blood through the body, stroke, heart attack, heart disease, and heart failure. Now, as future scientists, you may ask yourself, molecularly, what is causing these side effects and all these symptoms to occur?
When a chemist thinks of drinking alcohol, only two molecules come to mind, ethanol and methanol. They are characterized by alcohol groups and carbohydrates, with methanol having one carbohydrate and ethanol having two. After ingestion of either alcohol, the liver enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase replaces the alcohol group into an aldehyde group, reducing NAD+ to NADH in the process. Given the compositional differences between ethanol and methanol, two different products are formed among the replacement, acetaldehyde and formaldehyde respectively. Contrary to popular belief, the alcohols themselves are not toxic, the products from the reaction are. It may seem odd the body is conjuring its own poison, but it's all part of a bigger plan. Aldehydes typically begin to promote cancer, so cells work hard to lessen the chemicals by either reducing acetaldehyde into pyruvate or oxidizing formaldehyde into formic acid, where a win-win situation is created in which not only is cellular respiration being supplied, but toxins are being converted. The limitations of these conversion processes are what makes a small wine easy to bear with and a bottle of vodka the body's breaking point. The overwhelming concentration of alcohol in the vodka prevents the immediate conversion of acetaldehyde into pyruvate, leaving the carcinogen to do its damages on the body until it can be caught up with.
After looking at the detrimental effects of alcohol biologically and locally, I'm sure you're wondering how we can reduce the negative effects of alcohol. Now, it is obvious to say that it is important to drink responsibly. Responsible drinking is one of the main ways to further prevent unwanted accidents as a result from drunk driving. But how do we promote responsible drinking? It starts at home. Parents need to teach responsible drinking habits before students are on their own. One way to contribute to reducing the risks of drunk driving is to educate your children on the importance of responsible drinking and finding a safe ride home. If there comes a time where you are drinking, find a close friend or call a family member to come pick you up and take you home. This greatly increases safety measures for you and others who could be a potential victim. Aside from educating your children on the dangers of drinking and driving, parents, it is also important to educate children on how binge drinking can harm the body. So where does the responsibility lie? The responsibility lies on the parents and the education system to teach your youth about the effects of alcohol and the consequences that can result from over-drinking. Take this into consideration before consuming alcohol. If you are old enough to drink, or if you're not old enough to drink, then you are old enough to be aware of the negative effects of alcohol and the dangers that it possesses not only to you, but others around you. If there is anything to take away from this presentation, it is that responsible drinking is the only way to reduce the risks of the detrimental effects of alcohol.